brothers and sisters. Silence fits the oppressor, but a still courageous voice can spark a revolution for peace. History has shown us time and time again. Silence never protects the innocent, it only empowers the oppressor. But the moment which is to speak out with courage, a single voice can ignite a global movement for peace. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin, wa bihi nasta'inu ala umri dunya waddin, wa salatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain, amma ba'du. Honorable judges, distinguished guests, and everyone present today, my name is KIRANA Putri ZAHRA for MTsN Surakarta 1. Today, I'm going to deliver my speech about voice for justice, for peace. We live in a world that is louder than ever, yet where peace seems hard to find. Today, we often measure power through military weapons, economization, or political dominance. But we forget the most immediate. Accessible tool will carry every single day, our speech. Words have the power to ignite destruction, but they also hold the immense responsibility to construct peace. When we talk about peace, we must be honest. True peace is not just the absence of noise or the temporary pause of gunfire. True peace is the prison of justice. Look at what's happening in Palestine. For decades, millions of innocent civilians, children, and families have been stripped of the basic human right, dignity, and freedom. When entire population left under constant fear, oppression, and destruction, telling them to simply keep the peace. Without addressing the root cause is an insult to humanity. This is where the role of speech becomes vital. World leaders, international institutions, and everyday citizens cannot remain passive or neutral in the face of suffering. To speak for peace in Palestine means to speak courageously for justice, demanding ceasefire, humanitarian aid, and an immediate and systemic operation. If our speeches do not defenseless, then our words of peace are empty slogan. Peace cannot survive where injustice is allowed to reign. However, it's not only challenged on distant battlefield, it is also being destroyed every day on our smartphone. Look at our digital landscape today. On social media platforms like X, Instagram, or TikTok, we see how quickly a single misinformed comment or hate speech can spark online more violence, divide communities, and destroy lives. Arguing echo chambers encourages us that thus we think differently, turning everyday conversation into verbal warfare. When we dehumanize others online, when we spread hoaxes, and when we choose toxicity over understanding, we are contributing to a culture of conflict. We cannot demand peace from world leaders if we practice violence in our daily commentary. Peace begins with how we respond when we disagree. So, how do we use our speech to build real peace? We can start with 3 fundamental commitments. First, speak with empathy, not ego. Before making a judgment or posting a comment, ask yourself, is this intended to heal or is it intended to hurt? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us in Quran Surah An-Nisa 114. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا خير في كثير من نجواهم إلا من أمر بالصدقة أو معروف أو إصلاح بين الناس. It means there's no good in most of the private conversation, except those who enjoy charity or kindness or reconciliation between people. Second, use our voice to amplify the fruit. Use your platform, no matter how small, to advocate for human rights. Raise awareness about global injustice and reject misinformation. Furthermore, Ali bin Abi Talib radhiyallahu anhu, what he said, say good words and you'll be known by them. Do good deeds and you'll become a master of them. Third, listen to understand. Peace cannot exist in a monologue. It requires us to listen to, uncomfortable fruit, and bridge the divide through meaningful dialogue. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Almighty says in Quran Surah Az-Zumar, verse 17 to 18. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فبشر عباد الذين يستمعون قولا فيتبعون أحسنه أولئك الذين هداهم الله وأولئك هم أولو الألباب صدق الله العظيم. It means, so give good things to my servant who listen to the word and follow the path of it. Those are the ones Allah has created, and those are the people of understanding. Ladies and gentlemen, peace is not passive states that happen by accident. It is an active, deliberate choice. It starts in our homes, it goes through our social media feeds, and must be demanded in international halls of power. Let us stop using our speech as a weapon of division and start using it as an instrument of justice. Because if we want to truly preserve the word, we must have the courage to speak for it. That's all for my speech today. Thank you for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.